Hi Pisces, and welcome to your spring love forecast. This reading will cover the time frame from March 21st through June 21st, 2020. So let's pull some cards and see what is in store romantically for all the Pisces out there. I don't know why, but Spirit's like, give this a really good shuffle. The cards for you guys must not have been very close together. Goodness, I feel like I got to do another one of these. All right, what does Spirit got to say, Pisces? Okay, that feels complete. It's complicated. Oh, joy, right? Right out the bat. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, what's next? Separated. Oh no, Pisces. Pisces. Mixed emotions. Okay. So, Pisces, this is pretty straightforward. And, what's on the bottom here is Twin Flame Journey. I feel that that is, a bit significant to this reading. So we're just going to put that out for now because you guys are my sixth reading, and I have to say you're the first one where it's pretty straightforward here. You are separated from somebody. That's what's coming through in this reading, and the others have been pretty fluid to talk about committed, singles, and separated. But you guys, this is very specific, Pisces, okay? So you're coming into spring feeling like a relationship with somebody is very complicated, and you may or may not be separated from them as you enter spring. By mid-spring, you definitely are, because we have separated here, okay? And so with it's complicated, it could be where you've been separated from somebody for a while and you desire to move on, like you're thinking, okay, we're never going to work this out, it's never going to, we're never going to get back together, or we're never going to be able to overcome the challenges that separated us in the first place, etc., etc., etc. It's just very complicated. Or there are, man, maybe for some of you, this person has moved on into another relationship, and that's why you're like, it's time for me to just let this go. Or maybe you've now moved on into another relationship, but this person is still just very heavy on your heart, on your mind, okay? It being complicated could entail so many different things, but Pisces, you come into the spring with that energy. Mid-spring, you're separated, and that could be where you're finally like breaking up or physically separating. But you see this coming, like it's not, oh, surprise, or this could be where you guys finally stop talking for a while. Like if you're not together, but you've still been talking off and on, you've completely stopped talking. And then by the end of spring, you have some mixed emotions. Now, this doesn't mean for those singles out there that you can't be dating and seeing other people, okay? Or those of you who are in a committed relationship that you're not with your person and you're happy there. It's just for you guys, regardless of your situation, Spirit's talking about somebody that you're on the outs with, and that's like the main thing, and you're not resolved whatsoever, and by the end of spring you're still pretty mixed up about it. And with Twin Flame Journey here, that says a lot, right? I mean, because this can be such a complicated path in life, is going through this type of romantic connection. So let's pull some more cards, Pisces, and see what comes out. Unaligned intentions. Wow. Well, it's complicated. There you go. Crazy chemistry, that makes it even more complicated, doesn't it? Next out is revelations. That's good. We're making some progress. Yay. Next is incredible heartbreak. Oh, we don't like that, Pisces. Next is sacrifice. And lastly is empathic connection. All right. So this card coming out here confirms for me that this belongs here in this reading. Okay. So let's see. We'll put it there. All right. Oh, Pisces. If anybody is still watching this reading, but I guess if this is what Spirit's bringing out, like this is what's going on with a lot of you, and you need answers, and you need some healing, and you need some clarity and some direction, and that's why Spirit's bringing it forward like this. But first and foremost, Pisces, the reason why you guys separated or you're about to separate is because your intentions are not in alignment with each other. Your energy and life path and their energy and life path is diverged at this point, okay? And the crazy chemistry, which tells me you feel there's nobody else like this person in the world. Nobody understands you. Nobody gets you the way this person does, even if it's kind of a toxic situation at this time. And when you guys come together in a physical, intimate way, it's just like out of this world. Nobody else compares, okay? And then, you know, we move here. This is mid-spring, and this is incredible heartbreak where we see that separation, but we have revelations next to that, Pisces, and that tells me a couple of different things that even though we're separated, you realize there's purpose in it. Even if it hurts, you understand why you must be separated at this time, because as you move into later spring, it's like you're sacrificing what could be right now for a higher potential of what could be in the future. Like there's a sacrifice of deciding to let it go. And I don't even know that that's the right way to express this. Kind of like you're stepping back and just saying, okay, to the universe, like what will be will be. And it's not that you throw your hands. It's just that you are no longer fighting or pushing to have this relationship, to get back together, to keep it together, whatever it is for you. You're no longer fighting. You're willing to just let it go. Like if you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it's yours. If it doesn't come back, it was never meant to be type of mentality is where you're at, even though it brings you a lot of sadness and heartache, okay? But with empathic connection, that tells you that no matter how near or far you are from this person, you guys always feel each other. You know, if they're thinking about you a lot, you're going to pick up on that. If you're thinking about them a lot, they're going to pick up on that. You guys have dreams about each other. You both miss each other at different times. You feel each other. When one of you is going through a lot of stuff and it's stressful, the other one picks up on that, might not understand what it is, but is just feeling you strongly, or you're feeling them strongly. And it's because of this bond, this journey that you signed up for, you know, for this lifetime. And this revelation is quite profound, where you realize the love, the connection, but there's not this desperation or this need, like I must have it, we must be together. It's a full understanding, like at just a spiritual sense of our paths must diverge at this time, okay? So in the spring, it's like paths are diverged. So let's pull some more cards and go a bit deeper. All right, so we have drifting apart and devoted through thick and thin. So there's definitely some back and forth on one side. And over here we have true love, a genuine connection. And long journey, a lifetime of memories and love. Wow. All right, Pisces, I know this is just a general reading, so you have to take it as that. But what I see here is I really feel that you and this person eventually reconcile. It does not happen in the spring. It may be forthcoming in the summer or the fall. So those of you who are single, that doesn't mean that you're not dating other people, having fun, enjoying yourself. This particular reading is just talking about this ex, but that doesn't mean that's the only thing going on in your life. And some Pisces, you are in relationships with other people trying to move on and get past this connection. All right. Or it could be that it's just such an intense thing for you that your current relationship, you step out of it because you're like, no, I can't be committed to anybody because of how strongly I'm still connected to this person of my past. So Pisces, I do feel that there's a reconciliation at some point in the future, and that point is different for all of you. I mean, twin flame, a lifetime of memories, genuine connection. It's like one person in this reading really is aware of the sacredness and of this bond and how special it is, and the other person picks up on it as well, but they're naturally pulling away from the connection. And it's because we have these unaligned intentions. And when that happens, you can't stay together. Your paths will diverge and you're both going to learn and grow and become new people before Spirit realigns you, because your intentions need to be aligned in order for you guys to come back together. So let's pull some more cards. Stabbed in the back, the Phoenix. Man, some of you may have gone back and forth just because the chemistry and connection is so hot and intense. Talking, not today. Yeah, that's like back and forth energy. Self-indulgence. And heartbroken. Okay. Yeah, Pisces, I hate to say it, but it's like pretty consistent that through spring, it's not really about you and this person getting back together. It's like Spirit wants you to understand that separation is what's required, because both of you have some evolving and learning and growing to do, okay? Even if you are the one that's totally wholeheartedly in love and devoted to this connection, that doesn't mean that you don't have learning and growing to do that could be separate from romance, and you have to walk a different path separate from this person at this time to gain that life experience that you need, okay? But don't think that they don't feel it and they don't feel sad as well, because they do. It goes both ways. There's an empathic connection here. And I see where this is probably a situation that has gone back and forth a bit in the past, where we're together, we break up, or we're hanging around each other, and then something happens and we go our separate ways. Like, I do feel this has been a situation back and forth, and now it's where it's like this really strong breakup, really strong separation, and it could have been going on for quite some time, or it's now starting to take place in spring. And there's purpose in it. It's time for this connection to go go separate ways. But at Pisces, I do feel like this is meant to come back together at some point in the future, just because the connection is so strong. Cassette, and this is outdated thinking, and so that's where the unaligned intentions come into play. The Sword and the Rose, not today. So look at, you got not today twice, and so that means a lot. And it says not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, person, boundaries, still angry. So this is going on both sides of the reading now, this not today. The butterfly, and that's relationship evolving. And we have lightning, sudden change, shocking news. And lastly, the Grim Reaper, the relationship is over. No second chances, grow and transform your life. Now, just because the Grim Reaper's coming out, I don't feel that that means end all forever. I just think that Spirit's saying to you, Pisces, that this relationship is meant to be separated at this time, and it's meant to be that way for a amount of time. And it's because there's evolving and learning and growing to do, and there's an avoidance happening in both of you, okay? Since we have not today in both cards, in both lineup of cards, I should say, there's an avoidance happening in both of you equally, where maybe we don't want to face the fact that we're not compatible at this time. And, you know, it's like you're at this impasse where, you know, even talking, you guys just can't see eye to eye for very long. Like, it could come back together really sweet and lovely, but then it's like the same thing happens and you fall back into the same pattern and routine. And it's like something major has to change in order for the cycle and pattern of this relationship to change. And you're meant to go your separate ways for a while. And that's not a punishment. That's not to make you sad. It's actually to make you stronger, more aware of yourself, know yourself more, know what you want in this world, meet other people, because each person you meet, it adds to who you are. So you're both being, like, you know, reshaped and remolded. And this relationship is significant, and it will always be a part of you as you move through the year. And you may, you know, date other people, but this connection cannot come back together until it's ready to come back together. And you have to trust that. We even have the Phoenix that says new phase, rekindle, renewal, transformation, growth, and changed mind. So that has to take place, Pisces, in both of you to some degree, which is all about, you know, soul evolution. And then you guys will be more on the same page once again. So let's pull some tarot. The Hermit. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. Next out is the Nine of Pentacles. So with the Hermit and the Nine of Pentacles, this is about one or both of you really gaining independence. Some of you financial independence. Others of you, this could be about somebody needing a lot of spiritual growth, okay? So it looks like one person needed to learn how to become very strong on their own, you know, emotionally and financially, and the other person really needs to grow quite a bit at a spiritual level. Next is Justice. So there you go. What's meant to be will be. What's separated at this time must be separated at this time. Now we have the King of Swords. So Pisces, some of you, this could involve an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Next we have the Eight of Swords. There's that restrictive energy where you guys just can't seem to get back together. And the Three of Swords, which is sadness and heartbreak. So Pisces, you've got to understand, no matter how far apart two people drift from each other, if they're meant to be, they are going to find their way back to each other at some point in this life journey. And, you know, I know nobody likes to hear that, but if you're separated, Spirit separated you for a reason. There were just things that weren't working, things that weren't compatible. And also, you know, with Justice, there's different karmic energies that you both have to resolve, you know, for your own personal life path, and different lessons that you need to grow into. And I'm telling you right here, such a strong message of like one person needing to grow quite a bit spiritually and find themselves, and the other person needing to become kind of break some codependent type of behavior and patterns and become very strong within themselves emotionally and financially, like being able to stand on their own 2 feet without being in a relationship or connection with anybody. And so, you know, justice, that's the resolving and working on karma. That doesn't have anything to do with each other. And then also, you know, with this twin flame, long journey, true love, the hero, the phoenix, and justice. I do feel this relationship does have more to it, but Pisces, just because we have heartbroken, the Grim Reaper, and the Three of Swords with the Eight of Swords here at the end, I have to say that spring is not the time, and I'm not sure that summer is the time for a reconciliation for this relationship. This is just something that's a part of you that you need to kind of separate from as best you can for now. Ask Spirit to show you what it is that you need to grow and learn and understand about this connection, as well as what you're supposed to grow, learn, and understand without this connection in your life currently. The answers will come, and when you both have done your soul evolution that was intended to be performed without each other, you will come back, okay? Again, the timing of that is very different for each of you, but I don't feel like it's in the spring. I don't feel like it's in the summer either. I feel it's more around like fall, winter that this can come back together, because I just feel like a lot of time is needed, and perhaps a lot of time has already passed, okay? But a lot of time is needed here for everything that must transpire while you guys are in separation, okay? So Pisces, those are your love messages for spring. I wish they were a lot more exciting, but this is what Spirit wanted to talk about. So obviously many of you are going to resonate and connect with this. So those are your messages, Pisces. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.